What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning. You are watching AMS Live and my name is Boy. It's Friday the 13th. Lucky us. September 13th, 2024. We're standing at Polderbaan, which is being used for departures. Together with the Buitenvelderbaan, runway 09. Interesting runway configuration, and of all runways, center is now being used for arrivals, so we can also have a look at the arrivals over there. Interesting runway configuration. The wind is blowing from the north more or less. Showers in the vicinity. Showers in the vicinity, as you guys can see in the METAR. We're dodging bullets here. These are the last remnants. Moving to the south. We're right in the middle. We should stay dry over here, if all is well. And a warm welcome by K3, K2. Saying good morning to one and all. This is KLM Flight 741, the first airplane of the show. It is a 7879 Dreamliner to Bogota. The PHBHN, 6 years old, first flight January 2018. Let's get ready to rumble. And a very good morning to everybody who has joined already. Maria, goedemorgen. Good morning, Sheila, Kelly, Freddy, Louis, Martin Air, Greet, all others who've joined in the meantime. Jane, good morning. Carbike Paradise, Sven. Got a couple of heavies coming this way. KLM Flight 601, the first next airplane to come this way. Going to LAX, 78710 Dreamliner. KLM A330-300 to Houston is also coming. In its wake, two narrow bodies, an Embraer 190 and two Embraer 190s in fact. American Airlines Flight 203 to Philadelphia is also coming this way. There isn't a lot of wind. What wind there is blowing more or less from the north. Scattered smoke on the scale of chimney smoke. Hardly any Viagra in the air, if any at all. Good morning, Jake. Good morning, Peter P. And all others who joined. Happy Friday. Friday the 13th. Here in the Netherlands. With showers drifting to the south. And sunshine expected later in the day. Arriving from the north. This is looking to the south. We're right in between the showers. KLM Dreamliner that we saw take off to Bogota just now, against the beautiful backdrop of that shower cloud, which is a bit to the west, northwest. Hopefully, or on paper, it shouldn't Shouldn't be coming this way. Now, center is still being used for arrivals, which is also what we can see from over here. Good morning, Ed. Good morning, Graham. Good morning, Frank. Dirk on tour. Henk, goedemorgen. Belgian Queen. Good morning. You know what they say about things on paper? Anything's possible, right? Ooh, what's this? It's a Dreamliner. Let me reroute the wire of my remote zoom control. Was a little bit in the way. I think this should be better. Hey Sarah, good morning. Good morning Mark. Good morning Adri. Luther, good morning. Geluid klinkt gedempt. Mic is on. Wait a minute. Did I accidentally mute the volume? No, volume seems to be working properly. No idea what's going on. Right, people are reporting sound is good, some people aren't. I'm not seeing anything wrong on my end as far as I can tell. All the volume levels are what they normally should be. Also didn't hear anything when checking the audio levels before going live on the headphones. Ah, Frank's settings. Stop screwing around, Frank. This is not funny. I'm done with having technical issues. Ooh. I think those are GE90 spool-up sounds emanating from the main platform area. Hardly any wind over here right now. Ooh, turn berm coming in. KLM A330 300, KLM flight 661, going to Houston in Texas. As you can see, the windmills in the background hardly spin, indicative of the absence of wind. Now I'm already seeing that the previous airplane is flying beautifully in front of the cloud. Focus on one thing. at a time. Let's see, got some narrow bodies now, 2 Embraer 190s that are going to depart. I think we can follow this airplane a little bit. We'll make for a nice contrasty picture once it turns to the left. And we'll be flying in front of that beautifully illuminated cloud, which now seems to be breaking up a little bit, or was already broken up, but now becomes apparent. Seems to be split into two. Right, so the A330-300 on the way to Houston. It is the VACA PH, aka. Got 2 Embraer 190s behind me that are going to go to Stavanger and Aberdeen. Now, at the risk of missing out on rare Embraer 190s, I am going to continue following this airplane at least a little bit. Give her a little bit of additional zoom, digital zoom. Good morning to all others who have joined in the meantime. Welcome to the show, Friday the 13th. Showers in the vicinity. Though no longer expected to come this way. Going into the clouds, wow, risky venture. Right, as I said before, we've got a couple of narrow bodies, but more heavy hitters are coming this way. Hey, what's that? I see, oh, that's the Cathay 747 that just landed. KLM 737. KLM Embraer 190. Incoming traffic to center in the background. And Tessa, I didn't see the departure of the Beluga yesterday. Was preparing to go to the gym. Did see it being parked during the stream from P3 yesterday morning. Morning Andre, morning QJ, morning Renee, morning Paul, morning Paul, morning Flying Picket, and all others. Adriaan, goedemorgen. Welcome one and all. Lined up right now is KLM Flight 913, destination Aberdeen in Scotland. 10 years old, first flight January 2014. 737 that is lined up behind it is KLM Flight 1137, destination Dublin. After that, I think it is an airplane that is going to go to the United States of America. Why do I suspect that? It's the subtle cues. If you look closely, you might pick up on them. After American, KLM. After that, what's this? Another rare Embraer. Embraer 175. Goedemorgen Heidi. Hey there Scott, good evening. Mohammed, greetings, welcome, one and all. Happy Friday to all. Remco, goedemorgen. Now, what's the hold up? Looking behind me, not seeing any yellow pickup trucks on the runway right now. As far as I can tell, there's nothing going on in terms of runway inspections. seeing anything. In fact, the only bird control I see right now is over there. Why do I suddenly get Night Riders vibes? Cue the Night Rider music. Now, keen observers might have spotted something that resembles a fire. As you can see, there is a mock-up plane that the firefighters used to practice with. Now Scott, thank you so much for just now gifting a membership. See that Sander was the recipient. Sander, welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge. Don't forget to say thank you to Scott, and don't forget to use those custom emojis that are now at your disposal. PHBVD on its way over here. We already saw the BKA, which will be going to San Francisco. Still no idea if something was reported being on the runway. The bird controller was hurrying up onto the runway. Now looking to see where he is or she. Looks like over there. Probably already off the runway right now. It's getting busy. The BKA is coming. KLM 100 years to San Francisco. 8-20. Got a cheater on cheater's lane. Ah, now finally some action. Scott asks if we'll see the BVA today, and the answer is I don't know. Turn and burn on Cheater's Lane. Brer and Brer 175 Christian Sand. Up, up, and away. Next up, KLM flight 1137 to Dublin, 737-800. Center still being used for arrivals, which you can see in the top of the field of view. Aloha Jinshin, good to see you, mate. Hope it was good. Well, 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 well. Sun is starting to shine. More blue in the sky. Still a bit darker directly to the east. We have a queue. Air Baltic. The BKA. Triple. And American to Philadelphia, flight 203. Boeing 7878 Dreamliner. November 874 Alpha November. 4 years old, first flight September 2020. Here we go. Goedemorgen Paul en Lane en all others. Puff of brake smoke, brake dust I should say. Hey Infinity, goedemorgen kerel. Good to see you again. Hope all is well. Gotta love the lighting. Gotta love the lighting on this one. Hey Liewe, goedemorgen kerel. Good to see you mate, hope all is well. All others who've joined in the meantime, good morning. This is KLM flight 743 to Lima. 777-300 Nice foggy indeed, isn't it, Renee? Alan, mate, morning. Tuning in from cold Scotland. Nice whiskey on the rocks will warm you up, mate. Arjan asks if I am tomorrow at Polderbaan. I don't know yet. That is going to be dependent on the wind and runway use and the weather. So I don't know yet. Haven't checked the weather yet. One day at a time. PHBKA, KLM flight 605 to San Francisco. KC, Koen, goedemorgen. Single malt, no rocks. Well, unless you use a cooled rock to cool your drink with. That's the original on the rocks. Take a cold rock out of the river, use that to cool your drink. So no ice cubes, which dilute your drink, but just use the thermal energy of a river rock. Morning Bryce. Morning Evan. I started the stream yesterday, I think also 10 past 10. Did not announce the stream until I was on site because there was rush hour I had to go through, and it was busy around Schiphol, so I didn't know what time I would arrive. I announced the stream when I was busy setting up. I think the stream started 10:10, similar to today. Today I had to wait a little bit. I was on site already, but there were showers in the vicinity, and I wasn't sure if it was going to miss or pour out right over me. Got a queue over here, and somebody seems to be entering Cheaters Lane. Spooling up right now is Air Baltic Flight 618 to Riga. Bombardier C-Series 300, 1-year-old. First flight August 2023. Oh dear. Got quite a few airplanes over here. More in the background coming this way. E2 Embraer 195 lined up, ready to go. KLM flight 1031, destination Manchester. Alan, thank you so much for just now gifting a membership. I see that fast. Eddie Jordan perchance was the recipient. Eddie, welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge. Be sure to use the custom emojis at your disposal, and don't forget to say thank you to Alan for gifting a membership. Alan, thank you so much, my friend. Frank says Manchester is not quite woke. It should be called Person-Chester. Oh man, absolutely. Person-Chester. Duly noted. I will no longer stop using non-woke names for cities like Person-Chester. Here we have KLM flight 655 going to Minneapolis, Minnesota, 777-200 20 years old already. Hey Ricardo, goedemorgen. Hey there Bryce. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We have a queue forming. Has Polderbaan become the only runway for the outbound traffic? Almost looks like it. flight 713 to Paramaribo. Another 777-200 Adrian says 14 degrees already. The shorts can be put on again. Well, almost. Hey, looky here. It's a rainbow. Yay! It is a rainbow. Next up is an Embraer 175 to Linköping. KLM flight 1243. 7-year-old airplane, first flight May 2017. Hey Jennifer, goedemorgen. Louis says, it's incredibly sunny here in person, Chester, but Lord, it's cold. What temperature is it over there? Over here, 13-14 degrees C. Hey there, Bob. Good evening. I'm here from Sydney. Hope you've had a good day, mate. Got another cheater entering cheater's lane. KLM flight 1005 to London Heathrow. Cheating. 737-800. Sheila says 8C. Ooh dear. Louis says 7C. Well, there's also a bit of wind. In addition to the low temperatures, it can feel really cold really quickly. Experienced something similar earlier in the week when we had a lot of rainy weather. Also quite cold all of a sudden. I had to go to the supermarket and I was standing in the supermarket. My hands were totally frozen. But then again, now over here with the sun out, nice and warm, I do have my parka on already. Like I did yesterday, just a t-shirt below it, under it. This is KLM flight 1269 to Copenhagen. And after that, hello A321neo, my old friend, going to Aarhus again. No, you're right, Adrian. Shouldn't be spending so much time in the walk-in freezer. Beautiful backdrop. Frank says, I heard the car park was loaded yesterday afternoon with the departure of the Beluga. Wouldn't be surprised if it was. Something you don't see every day. KLM A321 Neo. The first, the only one. Training flight to Aarhus. It's the Faxa. Brand new, first flight July 2024. Sarah says it's supposedly going to be 85 degrees here near Boston. So let me do the math. 85 minus 30 equals 55. 55 divided by 2, 27C. That's nice and comfy. We are going to go back to to temperatures in the 20s C later next week, supposedly. Temperatures now in the teens, so below 70 F, going to 70 to 80 F later in the week, if all goes well. Frank says, oh dear, when will the US turn metric and Celsius? It's a nice practice in math. Luckily there's a simple algorithm. Times 2 divided by 2 plus or minus 30, depending on which way you have to calculate. Reasonable approximation. EasyJet shortcutting, or about to shortcut. Air Baltic taking off already. Hey there Remco, hey there T-Mac. Now, is the cheater going to cheat already? It is moving. Look away if you are Luton intolerant. This airplane is going to go to London Luton. Celiac City. EasyJet flight 22514. Well, as you guys can see, the sun is shining abundantly today. Didn't look like it was going to happen that soon, but there you go. Jan, goedemorgen. Tuning in from Ommen. Welcome to the show. And all others who've joined in the meantime, welcome to you too. You're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy and we are standing at the Polderbaan runway 36 left, used for departures today. Well, wind is blowing and there isn't a lot, as you guys can see. Near mirror-like conditions in the water. What wind there is blowing from the north. Initially we had a runway configuration where runway 09 was also being used for outbound traffic and center used for inbound traffic. Now I still see that there's an airplane coming to center, you can see it in the background. Not sure if 09 is already open. It's still open, I should say. Happy New Year! Ordinarily, when wind is blowing from the north, like today, departures take place from this runway, 36 left, with 36 center as secondary runway for outbound peaks. Runway 06 is the primary runway for arrivals usually with wind conditions like today's, and 36 right the secondary runway. I'm expecting that runway configuration to be used later today. I'm not sure why they didn't already. I think with the vicinity of showers in the morning perhaps. Hey there NS, good morning and thank you for your kind words. Ik hoop het ook, Ricardo. If all is well, we should stay dry here. Hey there Mike, good morning. RDW, morning. KLM number 190 to Billund. Hey Mrs. Professor, morning. Drew, goedemorgen. Mrs. Professor cannot stay long. Well, happy that you showed up right at the moment where we have to wait a few moments for our next airplanes. Looks like Privilege Stall is coming this way. That's the first next airplane, I think, flying for Suriname. Outbound to Paramaribo. Hey Rob, goedemorgen. Tuning in from South Africa. Delta Airlines Flight 73 to Atlanta. Not far behind. And we have our answer. 09 still being used for outbound. Center being used for inbound. With an Embraer 175 by the looks of it. Another Embraer, I think. Privilege Stall is a leasing company that you can use to lease airplanes if you need them. Privilege Stall is also being used by KLM presently, who have an A321 flying. So, just a generic rental company, to put it bluntly. Well, if you're lucky, Scott, you might also see the A321 that is being leased by KLM. I thought we saw it yesterday too, flying to Madrid. I think that's the route it has been used for mostly lately. Morning, John. Tuning in from Bathurst. Ricardo sees smoke. Absolutely, yeah, that's the mock-up, I think. Or is it over there? No, the mock-up is over there. I'm wondering, are those the ventilation shafts for the tunnel of the A4 highway? Seems to be an exhaust where the smoke or steam is emanating from. Privilege Style, check out the lighting, isn't it beautiful? Dani, goedemorgen. Tina, goedemorgen. All others who've joined in the meantime, good morning. Welcome to the show, you're watching AMS Live. We're standing at the Polderbaan, which is being used as 36 left for departures. Heavy hitters coming in Privilege stall in the foreground to the far left. Flying on behalf of Suriname to Paramaribo, 777-200. Delta Airlines Flight 73. Now in the center of the field of view. Destination Atlanta, Georgia. Shamrock, Aer Lingus. Number 3 to arrive, going to Dublin. KLM Embraer 190 to Edinburgh. Now number 4 in the view on the far right. 4 airplanes coming. Delta Airlines Flight 179 to Portland. Now taxiing around the northern threshold of the center runway, coming this way. Center runway being used for arrivals, which means that traffic coming this way has to taxi around either the northern or the southern threshold. Obviously, privilege style will not take cheaters lane and will be taxiing to the threshold. The A330's engines quite clearly audible. Ah, the smoke is from a Burger King. Thanks, Remco. Smelly smoke then. Now behind the A330 Delta to Portland, we have another 4 airplanes that are coming this way, including another Delta A330, BA A319, Air Baltic A220, Embraer 175 KLM. Meanwhile, privilege stall lining up. Let's go to it. Privilege stall. Flying on behalf of Suriname, flight 993 to Paramaribo in Suriname. It's a 777-200 the EC. Mwahaha. 23 years old. First flight of this airplane was in June 2001. Shoot more fireworks. Happy New Year. 2 years gone by already. Hey, no bang. Misfire. All clear. Lights are off. Showtime. Hey Town, Rajesh, good morning. Joshua, good morning. Elevators go up, tail goes down, nose comes up, lift off. Delta Airlines Flight 73 lined up, ready to go to Atlanta, Georgia in a moment. 3 No time to waste. Here we go already. 9-year-old airplane, first flight April 2015. Gear is retracting, and on its way it is. Next up, Aer Lingus flight 603 going to Dublin, Ireland. A320 has to wait until the wake turbulence of the A330 has dissipated sufficiently, which gives us time to do an update of the METAR. Wind is blowing from the north. We have scattered clouds at 2,300 feet, few clouds at 1,100 feet. We have 5 knots of wind, minor light showers and rain is what it is saying here. Not a lot of wind. It is blowing from the north mostly. Let's see, runway use is also still the same. No, okay. Now arrivals on runway 27. Quite extraordinary runway use today. Now let me first film this. So I'm still editing the METAR. Got another Embraer in cheaters lane. I think this Embraer is going to take off first. Let's see, departures. 36 left, now the only runway for outbound traffic and arrivals. 36C and runway 27. Peculiar runway use. This is KLM flight 95 to Edinburgh. Next up, cheater in cheaters lane, Embraer 175, destination Hamburg, KLM flight 1753. Another Delta A330 in the background, as you guys can see. Hey there, Lucas, good morning. No others who have joined in the meantime, welcome to the show. As you guys can see, departures take place from runway 36 left. At the moment, the only runway being used for outbound traffic. And arrivals take place on the center runway, but also on the Buitenveldenbaan. So runways 27 and center now being used. So inbound traffic coming in from that direction, but also from that direction. Also popping its head above the water, I was about to say. Gary Grebe, Mother Ducker. This is Delta Airlines Flight 179 to Portland, Oregon. Jerry's hometown. Another A330-300. This particular A330 is 21 years old already. Had its first flight in September 2003. November 804 November whiskey. Whiskey. Gears up. More Delta violence, please. We have Delta Airlines Flight 135 lined up, ready to go to Detroit shortly. Another A330, this is the 813 November whiskey. 17 years old. Michael, morning. The Delta A380, yeah. I've got my spies in the world of aviation. Next up, BA to London Heathrow. It's an A319, flight 429, the GEUOE. Now, all that's missing is the A. Has to wait until the wake turbulence of the A330 has dissipated sufficiently. This airplane is 23 years old. First flight was in August 2001. Got two more airplanes in the queue. Air Baltic, EasyJet. I see at least 3 airplanes that are coming this way. More heavy hitters coming this way. Meanwhile, Air Baltic lining up, ready to go. Well, no, spooling up, I should say. Going to Vilnius. Howdy Gerrit, goedemorgen. EasyJet lined up, ready to go to Manchester. Flight 22162. This is not Jesus, but Geezer. Geezer. It's the Geezer, 12 years old, first flight February 2012. One Geezer to Manchester coming up. Alan has to go. I have to get pissed for free. Enjoy the rest of your day, mate. See you in the next one. Next up, Swiss A320 to Zurich. Flight 725. 28 years old, first flight February 1996. Oh, Mrs. Professor, the credits for Manchester goes to Frank. He opened my eyes, said that the original name isn't woke. So, that's all courtesy of Frank. The same Frank who also came up with Britty Hopper. Vueling A319 going to Firenze, Florence. Flight 6815, 17 years old, first flight June 2007. Now time for some heavy hitters. American Airlines Flight 221 going to Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. It's a 7878. 4 years old, first flight March 2020. K3 keeps photobombing. Oh, are we going for a match? Bong is a heavy hitter as well. You're absolutely right, Evan. Absolutely. Delta Airlines Flight 57 to Salt Lake City. It is an A330 Neo. Flight time... No, wait, not flight time. Age, 1 year old, first flight September 2022. It should be celebrating its 2nd birthday this month. Got a Ryanair in the queue to Dublin. The 3rd airplane is taxiing this way. That is Lufthansa. Right, Mrs. Professor says my short stay is over, time for bed. Right, Mrs. Professor, thank you so much for joining. Sleep tight. Hope to see you again soon later in the weekend. Always a pleasure to have you here. Looking forward to the next time. Still some cloudiness over here, but nothing that resembles showers. Looking towards the east, more darkness. Interestingly, I thought they said that the showers were going to be mostly in the coastal provinces, and looking then inward it looks the most dark. Beautiful cloud formations though, if you check that out. Really lovely to see. Okay, before Patat says rain in Utrecht, so actually more rain now, apparently land inward than in the coastal regions, although if I look at this, beautiful cloud, luckily not coming my way. This is Ryanair Flight 421 to Dublin, Ireland, 737-800. Hadian, goedemorgen. Jeff, good morning. Merel, good morning. All others who've joined in the meantime, good morning. You're watching AMS Live. This is Polderbaan, runway 36 left. Currently the only runway being used for outbound traffic. Lufthansa lined up, ready to go at a moment's notice. Flight 987 to Frankfurt. 27-year-old airplane, first flight July 1997. 1997. Westergas, goedemorgen. So, on the scale of chimney smoke, this is what the wind looks like. Still have number 175 lined up ready to go to Düsseldorf. So let's do an update of the weather after that. KLM flight 1799, the PHEXK. First flight was in January 2017, making this airplane 7 years old. Hey Lucas, goedemorgen, good morning. Good to see you again, mate. Hope all is well. Well, if the airplane is waiting for much longer, we won't be having a gap between it and the next airplanes. Alright, there's a... It is going already. I was about to zoom out. Show the traffic that is coming this way. Alright, coming this way, Delta Airlines A330 to New York JFK. Meanwhile, let's have another look at the weather. METAR was indicating light showers and rain. Now, towering cumulus clouds in the vicinity, few clouds at 2,300 feet. The scope of the wind, the variability quite extensive, nearly 180 degrees, but predominant direction is still from the north. Handful of knots, 5 knots, 204, no significant changes expected. Things are opening up. Let's have a quick look at Buienradar, the weather radar. Yeah, so a little bit of showery rain land inwards. It's moving to the south towards Belgium. Over here the sun is starting to shine, satellite also confirming that. Interestingly, still a lot of openness otherwise. Anyway, so not expecting any significant rain anymore. In fact, more sunshine and increasing temperatures each day are expected. See that Lance is also back in the chat. Good morning, mate. Hope all is well. Nice A350. Angry looking Chinese. But first, Delta Airlines flight 47 to New York JFK. A330-300. What do you know, Gary Grebe and his mate. Time for a Chinese A350. China Airlines going to Taipei. So let's see, this is China Airlines flight 74 going to Taipei, 7 years old, first flight June 2017. You can see in the background, center is still being used for arrivals. Together with the Buitenvelderbaan. Alright, Vueling up next to Bilbao, A320, flight 8355, 17-year-old airplane, first flight July 2007. Alright, looking behind me, don't see anything in terms of runway inspections in progress. For a moment, thought that might be going on. Does look like a little shower in the vicinity. Not exactly sure that things are dry below that cloud. It does look like a little curtain of rain over there. Luckily the wind... yeah, I think we should be good. Probably. Meanwhile, that mother ducker swimming over here. Well, only briefly above the waterline. They're good underwater swimmers, so I'm expecting... Yep, a re-emergence. A bit further upstream. EasyJet, next to Bristol. A320, flight 22922. Oh, little draft. Interesting. Looks like there might be a little bit of precipitation falling from that cloud. Now, looky here, a lot to see. This time an E2 Embraer 195. I don't recall having seen that before. Lot flight 266, E2 Embraer 195, the SPLEA, brand new. First flight somewhere in 2024. I think it's a premiere. And channel first. The airplane sure looks polished. Rain or a defect plane toilet. Wow, who knows, who knows. I'm not going to taste it, that's for sure. Whoa, 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 whoa. Looky here. Yesterday we were expected to see it, but we didn't. Well, we did see it, but only briefly, but it never took off, did it? Hey stranger, what up? Where's the Delta A380? It's in imagination land. It's in imagination land. Also got a comment below the video yesterday that the KLM A380 clickbait. No shit. Delta A380, it's all fake, it's all imagination. This, however, isn't. Singapore Airlines to Singapore, not Singer rich. Singer not so wealthy. Coming this way. Center still being used for arrivals. Ooh, droplets. It has begun to rain. What do you know? Little bit of rain emanating from that cloud after all. Now, JB Paagman, thank you so much for your super chat. No accompanying text along with it, but thank you so much. And also John, thank you so much for your continued support. 11 months of membership. Thanks for a great stream and making me laugh. Thank you so much for your continued support, John. I'm happy to hear that I'm able to make you laugh. Hope that goes for all of you. Now 1 month and you'll be turning green. Greenpeace is going to love it. So many green members. Right, now a little bit of rain. Time to get the umbrella out. Shouldn't be long. Meanwhile, K2 chasing away the birds. Right, the bird controller was still doing its thing. Now seems to have vacated the runway. So I'm thinking Singapore probably is going to line up. Also TUI Dreamliners coming this way. Yep, Singapore is continuing. You can see center is still being used for arrivals. This is Singapore Airlines flight 323 going to Singapore in a moment. 7-year-old airplane, first flight November 2016. Right, so we have a little bit of drizzle emanating from this little cloud that is slowly moving past me. Already things are slowing down considerably. It's not over yet, but probably will be within minutes. Next up is a TUI Dreamliner going to Bonaire. Flight 395. The PHTFM, 9 years old, first flight March 2015. Oh, the crayfish fishermen are also once again busy checking the nets. Right, well, the downside of there being hardly any wind is that when it's raining it doesn't move away that quickly. It is only temporary, just a little bit emanating from the cloud that you are seeing over here. It is more or less passing over us right now. Also on the far side you can already see it has passed a little. We'll have to wait now for the next traffic to come this way. Traffic is coming from both ways. We have an A319 arriving from the north and a 737 arriving from the south. Turkish 777. Is that outbound? Yeah, outbound. Has been pushed back. Will it be taking off from the Polderbaan then? Remains to be seen until when. It is only Polderbaan in use. Might also go to runway 09. Is Turkish coming? We'll soon find out. The EasyJet That you see is the A319, which will be going to London Gatwick. We have a KLM 737 to Stockholm that is also coming this way, and a CRJ also coming. Well, Turkish now has turned towards the entrance to the Polderbaan. But then again, also the threshold of 09, so could still go either way. What is Turkish going to do? Right. The rain has come to a near complete stop. Hey Paul, morning. Happy Friday to you too, buddy. I think... yeah, the drizzle has now nearly completely stopped. Time to put the umbrella away again. So we've got the two narrow bodies that are coming. The CRJ should also become visible, have become visible, yeah. Hey, A350 1000. Did that just arrive? Oh no, it's getting pushed, pulled, whatever. Both narrow bodies are going to the runway threshold. Hey, Emirates also getting pushed back. Is Turkish now going to the center runway? Have they reopened center now for outbound? Or are they going to open center for outbound? Would be nice if we were to see the Turkish 777 take off from Polderbaan, but not sure that we are going to. In the meantime, we have KLM flight 1219 going to Stockholm 737-800. Right, center has opened up, so they have gone to the normal runway configuration then. Time to update the ticker in a moment. EasyJet A319 to London Gatwick, lined up right now, 17 years old, first flight March 2007. Hold up. Right, CRJ. Next up, SAS flight 552 to Copenhagen. 15-year-old airplane, first flight somewhere in 2009. Ray Fisher is checking the nets. Crayfish fisherman. Oh, steep. Maybe offer him a fisherman's friend. Yeah, that's a good idea, Frank. Righty. Now we have to wait a little bit for traffic to come this way. Gives me time to wipe away a few droplets of the front part of the laptop. Also update the ticker with respect to runway use. Let's have another look at what is currently the status quo in terms of runway use. So, current runway use, refresh. Okay, it's a north-south configuration. North-south. We have a new METAR. We do have a new METAR. Right. Departures. 36 left. 36 center. Arrivals. 36 right. METAR paste. And adjust the font. It pastes a different font and a white font. Now it is black, as it should be. Right. Departures now take place from center. We have KLM flight 1621 going to Milan, 737-800. Hey, Servus Eric. Michael says, I've done reposition flights in my CRJ 700 with only the crew on board. Talk about steep climbs, you feel like you're a rocket. I can imagine that. It's if the power to weight ratio is a bit favorable, and I'm sure it will be more than, for instance, the A340s. Must be feeling like flying a fighter jet. Now, Turkish, sadly, taking off from center. Turkish flight 1952 to Istanbul. 777-300 Hey there, Alexander, good to see you again. Robin, goedemiddag, morning, still morning. 10 to 12, so technically over here still morning. Now looking to the north, bluish skies are coming this way. The wind has picked up compared with what it was earlier in the morning. Wind on the scale of chimney smoke also confirming that. More horizontality in this chimney smoke. Still some veils of rain east of us. It seems that we have had the worst of it. Sky is still a bit dark over here, but that is going to improve pretty soon, I'm expecting. The next airplane to come this way is BA flight 437 to London Heathrow. Meanwhile, Air Europa is lining up on the center runway and is taking off to Madrid already. Dr. O, goedemorgen, good morning. Think now it is narrow bodies time on the center runway as well. Nothing coming this way, yeah, with the exception of this BA A320 right now. Interesting how all of a sudden we can go from a very busy runway to nearly nothing. There is a Delta A330 coming this way though, taxiing around the southern threshold of the center runway, flight 161 to Minneapolis. Right now that is about all I can see. BA A320 going to London Heathrow, taking off from the runway threshold where it is moving to. Alright, BA flight 437 to London Heathrow. It is an A320. 22 years old, first flight April 2002. Hey Michael, Bing Bong, Newcastle calling. Good morning. And that's a good idea, Lance. I did have a crack at it already before, but for some reason the AI only recognizes well-known carriers. So KLM, it can make a decent approximation of it. Delta, even better. I think the model is American and knows American liveries best. KLM, decent. EasyJet, failure. Suriname, failure. It doesn't seem to be picking up the proper livery. Also, ITA. I tried making an ITA blue A380. Didn't work. It just made something random and said ITA on it, instead of using the real livery as input. Lisa has to go soon. I'm sure we'll meet again soon. Delta Airlines Flight 161 is coming this way and will become visible shortly from the right as it is taxiing from the south side of the center runway towards us. In the background, KLM Embraer taking off, and El Al. Is that a 737? Nope. Triple. And a tractor with manure. And Delta A330 coming this way. Hey, that's a good suggestion, Jeff. Try some of the older stolen images for the AI, Pan Am TWA. Wouldn't that be something? That's a great suggestion, Jeff. Going retro. Pan Am, Northwest, TWA. Yeah, I like that. I'll give that a go. Also, United Dreamliner on the move, undoubtedly coming this way, but since it has to go around the threshold, either via the northern or the southern threshold, it is going to take a while. Ooh, check it out. Emirates off to Dubai, 777-300 Flight 146. Now, while we're waiting, a massive big thank you to ArmyVet172 for your super chat. Writes coffee break. Thank you, sir, for the kind coffee break donation. Much appreciated. Whoa, what's that going on in the background? That's another Chinese A350 getting towed. Apparently they haven't paid their bills. Now there is a nice slew of airplanes coming this way. A quartet of 4 airplanes already on the west side of the center runway coming this way. So consider Delta Airlines Flight 161 our appetizer. A Delta A330 appetizer to Minneapolis, Minnesota. The first of the 4 next airplanes is already rearing and is showing its face over there. China Southern Cargo going to Guangzhou. Going to Tonguebreaker. With another Delta A330 behind it, as you guys can see. Flight 243 to Boston, Massachusetts. After these two narrow bodies will follow. SAS Flight 822 to Oslo, which is an A320neo and an A319. EasyJet to London Stansted. While we're waiting for the Delta A330 to come line up over here, it's almost at the threshold, but not yet. We might be able to pick up on the El Al 777. Yep, there it is, going to Tel Aviv, 777-200 Meanwhile, it is time for Delta Airlines. Flight 161 to Minneapolis, Minnesota. 8 years old, first flight April 2016. Right, gear is retracting, all is going well by the looks of it. I think we also should start seeing the sun again pretty soon. I think it is already on the top end of the clouds, so Qatar Cargo 777 freighter just took off from center. Delta with SAS and EasyJet in the background. China Southern Cargo. Right, so this is China Southern Cargo going to Guangzhou. It is a 777 freighter, 1 year old, first flight December 2022. Hey Camille, salut mon ami, good to see you again. Hope all is well. Okay, funky little car. This is Delta Airlines Flight 243 to Boston, Massachusetts. Hey there, Jin. Good afternoon. Good to see you again, hope all is well. Delta Airlines Flight 243 to Boston, Massachusetts. 7-year-old airplane, first flight March 2017. Spooling up, ready to go. Fire in the hole. There she is again, the sun starting to shine over here. On the scale of chimney smoke, things currently look like so. To departing airplanes from center, combo shot, long distance combo shot. Next to take off, SAS to Oslo, A320neo. The EISIA, 6 years old, first flight November 2017. We have 3 more airplanes coming in already. And I think Finnair to Helsinki is also coming this way. Wesley, good afternoon. Greenlight, good afternoon. All others who have joined in the meantime, good afternoon to you too. You're watching Amos Live, my name is Boy. We're standing at Polderbaan 36 left. One of 2 runways being used for outbound traffic today. The other one being runway center parallel departures. SAS to Oslo, A320neo, the next airplane taking off here. Alright, gear up. Right. Big chunk of blue sky over here right now. Looking west of me. Looking directly north of me. So-called Wolkenstraat, street of cloud. Literally translated is what we call this in Dutch. Linear cloud formations, usually in line with the direction of the wind. Not today, the wind is blowing from the north. So today more perpendicular to in line with the wind direction. You can see the sun is also starting to illuminate the airplanes again. This is an EasyJet A319 to London Stansted. 15-year-old airplane, first flight September 2008. Parvesh Khan says, I should be migrate in Netherlands. Weather and windmill are so good. Yeah, also a lot of rain. Think twice before pulling the trigger would be my advice. I'm hearing something pass overhead. Sounds like something with a prop, but I'm not seeing anything. Meanwhile, we have 3 airplanes right here waiting to take off. The A319 lined up. We have an A321neo to Boston, JetBlue behind it. After that, United to Washington, 7878 Dreamliner. look up. I'm definitely hearing something overhead, but I'm not seeing anything. Let's see, KLM Embraer 190, Embraer 175, Finnair. Dreamliner to Toronto also coming this way. Well, we're waiting. I'm not sure what the holdup is. Oh wait, inspection. A runway inspection after all. Initially I didn't see the vehicle. Now you can see it and hear it. The predator bird. Sound effects that chase away the birds. And away it goes. Exit stage left. Means green light for the airplane lined up. Right, movement. Danny asks, where did you grow up? Are you from in Netherlands? I am from in Netherlands indeed. Just Plain Nut says, Sparky the cat says he can help with the birds. I'm sure he can. Maybe Sparky should apply for bird control. Not sure if they have any vacancies. JetBlue Airways A321neo to Boston, Massachusetts up next. Brand new airplane. This plane began flying in February this year. QJ asks if it is possible to generate a Peter Pan A380. I highly doubt it. Like I said before, the only liveries it is really good at are American or other big carriers. Singapore Airlines, it did reasonably well. KLM, so-so, not the best, but looking decently. Delta, no issues. Tried ITA. I was hoping for a blue airplane, but I just got a random airplane that said ITA Airways on it, so it didn't even look closely to what this looks like. Piece of shoot. AI probably has been trained with American liveries and airliners. Hey Alan, good morning. Tuning in from the northeast of England for another good day. Hope all is well over there. Lance says, I'm sure I just saw Dastardly and Muttley chasing cats on the runway. Muttley! Good times. United Airlines flight 947 to Washington. 7878, 10 years old. first flight of this airplane was in December 2013. Stacy asks, have they mowed some of the grass there? Well, they have. In fact, if you look back to streams from a couple of weeks ago, it was all barren and sandy over here. Now, they only did this little strip, and it's only south of the bridge. So when you go to the Spottersplatz and north of the bridge, everything is still wild, wild west. It was barren grassland over here. It's interesting to see just how quickly nature is claiming things back. Well, not over here, but that is because I am claiming this spot on a regular occasion. And I think others do too. This is KLM flight 1201 going to Oslo shortly. Embraer 190, the PHEZN, 14 years old, first flight February 2010. Something big just took off from center. Oh, 2767. Motherfuckers. They should send those beautiful airplanes to us. Frank says, all this RF energy you're transmitting prevents grass from growing where you stand. Ah, well, I'm not sure if I transmit so much RF energy anymore since I switched to using Wi-Fi for everything. Is that also RF? I'm absolutely a noob when it comes to radio and stuff like that. Oh, already going. KLM to Aberdeen, Embraer 175. No time to waste. 7-year-old airplane, first flight September 2016. Fake A350 Finnair to bloody Helsinki, the A321 today. I think it's a Belgian 767 Lance. I think Belgium still had one in their fleet, which is used on a regular occasion in the Netherlands still, or at least during the summer months. Don't recall. No, I don't think we've seen it in spring and the winter months, but I think they are using it in the summer peak season. This is Finnair flight 1302 to bloody Helsinki. It's an A321. It's a fake A350. Well, you can probably hear on the mic that the wind is actually picking up a little bit. I'm not sure if that was expected on Windfinder, but you can definitely hear it, you can definitely see it. Time to turn back for our heavy hitter KLM Dreamliner to Toronto. KLM flight 691, the PH BKD 78710. 4 years old, first flight November 2019, and it is pulling up, ready to go. Owen asks, which camera do you use? I use a Canon XA60 camcorder. Also have the predecessor, the XA40, which I used initially. After it broke and had to go in for repairs, I bought the XA60. Now I've been using it since. Alright. Got two airplanes in the distance coming this way. SAS A320neo to Stockholm and an E2 Embraer KLM to Dublin. Croatian to Zagreb just took off. Oh, there are heavy hitters on the move also over here. Nice. Hey, Suparna to Nanjing, China has come alive on the platform. Now that is an airplane that, if it is going to take off, will take off from Polderbaan more than likely. Wouldn't that be something? Nice little bonus. See a queen. Lance says, I put cheap Chinese tires on my car. They're called ditch finders. Got to get better ones that grip, not slip, be worn. Ditch finders. That does sound like a name Chinese would give to tires. Good news indeed. Thanks, Paul, for confirming that the Suparna 747 has indeed been assigned to Polderbaan. Delta Airlines A330neo is also coming this way, has turned around the southern threshold of the center runway. We have a KLM A330-200 lining up on center right now, going to Mumbai. The 747 to Nanjing is on the move, going back to China via Polderbaan. Gert signing off for lunch. Enjoy lunch, mate. See ya on the next one, probably. Right, KLM A330-200 to Mumbai, flight 877, now taking off from center. the SAS A320neo to Stockholm. Next up, KLM E2 Embraer 195 to Dublin, Ireland. This is KLM flight 1139, the PH NXO, a year old, first flight January 2023. Howdy Tomo, goedemiddag. And all others who have joined in the meantime, welcome to the show. You're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy and we are standing at the Polderbaan together with the center runway now in use for departures to the north. 36 left and center. Meanwhile, Air France to Paris, Charles de Gaulle, Air Baguette, A320. Sacre bleu! Omelette du fromage. Meanwhile, Delta Airlines Flight 49 is coming closer and closer by. A330neo, destination New York, JFK. KLM 737 to Bergen behind it, and an A319 EasyJet Bristol also coming this way. Playtime is also coming, but not before the Suparna 747 to Nanjing in China. Looks like it is going to be the number 4. Got the crayfish fisherman also coming, passing by. Hey. Nice. Right, so big picture overview. That shower that caused a few droplets earlier has passed well to the south now. You can still see it. Looking directly to the east, open friendly skies mostly. Looking to the north, a similar picture. Looking to the west, more of the same. It is sunny over here. And Delta Airlines to New York is about to line up. Flight 49, A330neo to New York, JFK. Now if you're deriving some entertainment or some pleasure from this stream, don't forget to drop a like if you haven't already. It really helps to spread this type of content to people just like you who might also be interested in streams like these, but who may not have come across the channel just yet. This is Delta, no not Delta, KLM, Blue Delta. 737-800 to Bergen, KLM flight 1167, the PHBXB, a millennial, 25 years of age, first began flying back in April 1999. Also, Her Majesty the Queen is coming. Spartan Airlines to Nanjing in China. Just checking if there isn't an inspection going on. I keep being a little impatient. I'm thinking, why is it not taking off? But just as I'm looking behind me, I can hear the engine spool up. Here it goes. Majesty is being followed by her blue servants. EasyJet A319 to Bristol is taking off right now. Andre says, oh my god, I saw two Embraer. I really don't like them now. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, as it happens, we have one on Cheaters Lane coming this way. Embraer 175 going to Inverness. Stupid airplane. Enough fun and games, time for the Queen. Here she is, Suparna Airlines flight 87412 to Nanjing in China. This 747-400 freighter is 33 years old. The first flight of this airplane was in August 1991. I was still in elementary school for another 3 years or so. Damn! Salut Jean-Yves! Good to see you, perfect timing! What were you doing back in August 1991? Damn, I was celebrating my 9th birthday. Hey there, the cat. Martijntje. No, Marijntje. Read that completely incorrectly. Queen on the way to China. Beautiful. Well, Michael is signing off. Just when there is another CRJ now third in line to take off. E2 Embraer lined up, ready to go to Birmingham. PH NXX NXK. I knew it, Michael. I knew you'd turn around. Now we have Air Canada with a replacement part. Also over here is Playtime. We have a CRJ, all white, and we have BA. BA already going. A320, flight 431, going to London Heathrow. It's a Gears. 15 years old, first flight September 2008. It is CRJ time. Second CRJ of the show, SAS flight 1548, destination Copenhagen. Irish registered, IGEA, not IKEA, but IGEA. 15-year-old airplane, first flight somewhere in 2009. Right, now you can go, Michael, now you can go. You can leave the stream peacefully, knowing that you saw the 747 and 2 CRJs. Lance also has to go, gotta go to a place called Chippenham. Well, all the best with that then, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, it is playtime. No time to waste. Oh no, mother fudgers. Cathay Cargo 7478 just took off from center. Parallel to it, it is playtime. Damn. Unlucky pairing. Very unfortunate that the departure happened to coincide with the 7478 from center. Air Canada up next, allowed A330, or at least I'm presuming it is going to be allowed Canadian. Flight 809 to Toronto. This is a 24-year-old. First flight of this airplane was in October 1999. Sarah says playtime comes to Boston too. Nice. Didn't know that. Probably via Iceland. The A380 expected 1:09 p.m. Thanks for the update, Maria. We're not going to see a lot of it from over here. It's a visceral experience seeing an A330 take off right next to you. Something that the camera, the microphone doesn't convey, but you can feel it actually in your tummy, the rumble. Next up, KLM flight 939 to Glasgow, Embraer 190. After that, another Embraer 190 KLM to Göteborg. Let's see, 777 KLM, no, United. Coming to Polderbaan, destination Houston. And a KLM Embraer 190 took to the sky from center just now, going to Basel, Basel. Hey there, Ivan. Good afternoon, goedemiddag. Martinair, goedemiddag. All others who have joined in the meantime, good day to you all. You're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy. We are standing at Polderbaan. Runway 36 left, together with the center runway now being used for departures. Wind is blowing from the north, has picked up a little bit. We had one little shower earlier in the stream, the remnants of which you can still see south of us. Caused a few droplets, lasted less than 10 minutes I think. More sun and warmer temperatures expected each day progressively over the next week or so, with Indian summer returning later in the next week, allegedly. Whether or not it's going to come true remains to be seen, as the weather in the Netherlands is always subject to change. Change being the only constant. Unless it is rain, that is also a constant. Ooh, we're missing out on a 787-10 that just took off to Nairobi. KLM flight 565. Now, what's this? It's Chucky, our favorite high carb Embraer 190. And there is the 777-200 to Houston. United Airlines flight 21. Taking off right now is an Embraer 190 to Göteborg, KLM flight 1233. Right. Oh, was that a fish? I think it was. Didn't see any grebes over here. Chocolate bars, bonbons, chocolate cake, all that goodie, all that goodness on one airplane. It should be forbidden. German Airways, Lycifer Chocolaterie, special livery of course, the APRI to Aalborg today, KLM flight 1285, the flight number. It is flying on this leg. 16-year-old airplane, first flight January 2008. Bye-bye, Chucky. Now I spied with my little eye a grebe, but you know what they're like, mother duckers immediately diving under. In that case, let us turn back, have a look at the 777-200 that is going to go to the home of house music, Houston in Texas. 26 years old, first flight January 1998. It is the November 796 United Airlines. Stacy wonders if the passengers on board Chucky get chocolate as a snack on their flight. Wouldn't be surprised if they did. It would be a nice gesture. And it would be a missed chance if they didn't. And the captain is James Brown, aka Brownie. Keep him coming. Keep him coming. Oh, apologies, Jeff. Everybody said no. Everybody knows that Houston is the home of houseboats, not house music. I thought it was house music. Shoot. Now it looks like we are going to see a 787-10 to Calgary pretty soon. KLM already taxiing to the north on the west side of the center runway. More Dreamliners are coming, that's nice. Air Canada to Montreal is also coming this way. We have TUI to Willemstad Curaçao also coming this way. EasyJet A320neo to Palma de Mallorca just took off from center. The cat says, I hope the captain won't eat a space brownie, then it is no pilot anymore but an astronaut. Yep. KLM flight 677 to Calgary is what we are now looking at. 787-10 Dreamliner. We have two more Dreamliners behind this one coming this way. Still at a bit of a distance. I'm also looking around on the platform to see what else is moving. Does look like Delta Airlines flight 75 to Atlanta has come alive. Still needs to be pushed back by the looks of it, but that is an airplane I think is going to come this way. Now, it is almost 1 o'clock. Normally speaking, between 1 and 2, only one runway for outbound traffic will be used, which means that if that is going to happen, Polderbaan is going to be the only runway in 5 or so minutes from now. Now, it's not always exactly around 1. Yesterday, for instance, when we were standing at P3, we could also see that the runway changes were a bit later than they normally would have been. Quick look at the METAR. Let's do a refresh, have a look. Wind is still firmly in the north, or coming from the north I should say. Wind speed has increased a little bit, now it's 7 knots, 3 below 4. We still have few clouds at 2,500 feet. Towering cumulus clouds, 15C is the weather, the temperature, so that is roughly 60 F. Wind today, according to Windfinder, expected to remain in the northerly corner. Tomorrow a bit all over the place. In the morning southwest, then it is northwest, then it is northwest, then it is northwest. So I'm thinking maybe this is just an error, since it is also from the north over here. Means wind conditions are similar to what they are today. Runway use hasn't changed. Quick update of the meter in the ticker, and then let's turn back to the threshold where the KLM must have arrived by now. Yep. This is KLM flight 677 going to Calgary in Canada. It's a 787-10 Dreamliner PHBKC, 4 years old, first flight October 2019. Mic nog niet. Center is also still being used, but I am expecting this runway will be used for departures only from 1 o'clock until 2 o'clock approximately. Adrie has to go. Fijne stream. Thank you. See you on the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day, mate. Windmills in the background also started spinning a bit more enthusiastically than they did in the early morning. Air Canada next. Going to Montreal, flight 901, 7878 Dreamliner. This airplane 10 years old, first flight July 2014, so this airplane just turned 10 a couple of months ago. The next airplane coming is a TUI Dreamliner to Willemstad, Curaçao. Now, this is EasyJet to Celiac City. Look away if you're gluten intolerant. Air Canada is taking its sweet time to approach the threshold. Looking behind me. There's something in progress in terms of runway inspections. Doesn't seem to be the case. Bit more Viagra in the air in the meantime, but you probably pick up on the mic as well and see it in the following, which has become a bit more wobbly. Thirteen. Well, if all is well, Mike, we should be able to see his departure pretty soon. Helicopter? Sure looks like it. Yeah. Next airplane to take off, TUI flight 355 to Willemstad, Curaçao. Belgium registered, 10-year-old airplane. First flight of this airplane was in November 2013. The OOJDL. Haven't seen JD today, have we? Not even in the early morning. Right, 1313 was of course a long shot. Now the A380 is also coming in 5 or so minutes from now. Has it already been established on the glide slope? I'm not seeing anything just yet, namely. Oh, hey, is Kaagbaan being used? Kaagbaan is being used as well, okay. Interesting. Interesting. So 06 and 18 left, being used for 36 right, I should say. Back to the old configuration then. A380 boven Nieuwkoop. Thank you, Adriaan. Think I might be able to see it. Yeah, I know I see it. There it is. Emirates Flight 147, the A380. Now, as you guys can see, it is going to land on 36 right. We are standing next to 36 left. Not the best of locations to be spotting the A380 today from. Spotting it from today. I'm sobering up. Help. Need more vodka. Triple 200. Going to Rio de Janeiro. Emirates in the destination Dubai, special livery in the distance, on its way to the runway furthest removed from here. KLM narrowbodies in the meantime. One narrowbody and an Aegean. Narrowbodies, I should say, more broadly speaking, not just KLM narrowbodies. Right, well, full blast. This is 400 times digital zoom, just blowing up pixels. Nearly 400 times digital zoom and things still look very pixelated. Meanwhile, Aegean A320 Neo to Athens is lining up over here. Not sure if we can, well, just about, if we can still see the A380 from here. Maybe another glimpse here. Yep. Yeah, I think, well, maybe maybe the tail will protrude. Not sure that it will. I'm thinking it won't. I think we should have seen it if it did. Right, so A380 has landed. Aegean A320neo leaving for Athens. Mikey says in Dutch, I suggest you buy a helicopter and then just hover above Schiphol. Oh man, that is a good suggestion, mate. Would that I could. This is KLM flight 705 777-200 to Rio de Janeiro. 19 years old, the PHBQK. First flight of this airplane was in January 1995. No, 2005. Yeah, you're right, Mikey. It's only cheating if you get caught, right? Growl. Oh boy. Got 4 airplanes that are coming. And I see that the A350-1000 has also been pushed back. Think that this is now just the only runway for outbound traffic, which is nice. Get our finale going. With once again nearly back-to-back outbound traffic. Ah, okay. It was your uncle. Okay. Thought you said Sao Paulo, but Rio. The other one probably is on its way. Yeah, the other one is already on its way. Jin says, Cathay A350 to Hong Kong, taxi out for departure to Hong Kong. That is my favorite airlines. I thought so. I thought so. Yeah, well, we're about to see it pretty soon. As you guys can see, this is a KLM with the older standard livery, straight stripe, separating the blue top and white bottom, straight line. Hey, you're right, Mike. When you're flying such a big distance, the distance between Rio and Sao Paulo is negligible. from over here. Air Oink Oink. First to go to the runway threshold, we have the PHBVD coming this way. It's the BVD that is going to Sao Paulo. Hadi Tim, goedemiddag. Herpes is also back. 75 years of herpes. Herpa derpa derpa. Our Oink Oink is leading the pack A321neo to Istanbul. Flight 1252. PHBVD 777-300 in the SkyTeam livery. Magnificent airplane. Air Oink Oink up next. A321neo to Istanbul. 2-year-old airplane, first flight August 2022. Big picture wise, looking to the north. Big chunk of blue northwest of me. Looking to the west. Looking to the east. Grimmest weather looks like it is in the south now. South of us at least. Got the sun shining here, illuminating the KLM 737 to Berlin. Flight 1777. The PHBXM, 23 years old, first flight November 2000. Let's see. Embraer 190. The Herpy. Then the PHBVD. Another Embraer 190 is coming. The A350-1000 is also on the move. Delta A350 to Atlanta also seems to have been, well, no, not yet pushed back, but has come alive on the platform. 787 to Panama City is taxiing, also coming this way. So we are seeing the formation of a nice grand finale. Whenever Polderbaan is being used for departures between 1 and 2 p.m. local time, often you'll get an hour of power with a lot of traffic back to back and a lot of heavies as well. Seems to be in the making. KLM A330 to Washington is on the move already, also coming this way. Definitely worth sticking around for if you don't have to be anywhere. KLM Embraer 190, well, at least I should say German Airways Embraer 190 flying on behalf of KLM. Flight 1843 to Nuremberg. 75 years of herpes. The first flight of this airplane was somewhere in 2007, making this airplane 17 years old. PHBVD behind it. KLM flight 791 going to Sao Paulo. Herpy is moving, she's coming. Showtime. Combo shot. Nice. Now it is time for the PHBVD going to Sao Paulo. KLM's 777-300 in the SkyTeam livery. The PHBVD is 15 years old and had its first flight in August 2009. Oké, Ricardo is signing off. Jij ook alvast een fijne middag en avond. Tot de volgende. Thanks for joining, Ricardo. Take care. Bob says, bedtime here. Thanks for the great stream. Enjoy the day, everyone. Thank you for joining, Bob. Sleep tight. Hope to see you in the next one. Hey Mario, guten Tag. Schön, dass du auch dabei bist. Herzlich willkommen. Fast Eddie says, love the polderbaan, glad someone covers it. By the way, we have the real deal in the chat. We absolutely have the real deal in the chat over here. A350 coming soon. She's next after the Embraer 190 that is lined up already. Just a quick little appetizer snack to cleanse the palate. Another SkyTeam livery. Back-to-back SkyTeam liveries. The PHBVD just now. This is the PHEZX, its smaller sibling, the Embraer 190. Now on its way to Stavanger. Back-to-back SkyTeam. Missing is of course the 737-900, which KLM also has in the SkyTeam livery. Alrighty, here we go. Cathay Pacific up next. The A350 1000 going to Hong Kong. Flight 270. Registration BLXH. Bravo Lima X-Ray Hotel. 5 years old. First flight November 2018. Hey Pierre, goeie day. Goede day. Goede day to you too. Ooh, smoky. Hey Mark. Timing. Good to see you, mate. Beautiful lady. Russell agrees. Passing overhead. Magnificent, with the sun illuminating the airplane and that beautiful cloudy backdrop against which it climbs out. Magnificent. More heavy hitters are coming. A330 is coming. 737 is coming. Okay, more narrow bodies over there. Transavia. And over here, lining up, we have KLM flight 757 to Panama City. 787-10 Dreamliner. See that Jörg is also back in the chat. Good day, Jörg. Also, thank you so much, Evan, for your super sticker. Smiling face with hard eyes. If you got time to lean, you got time to clean or watch planes. The usernames are getting longer by the day. Thank you so much for the super sticker there, Evan. KLM flight 757 to Panama City, 787-10 Dreamliner, 4 years old, first flight December 2019. I already wondered, JD, where you were. Didn't see you in the beginning of the stream. Normally speaking, lunchtime would have been over already, so your absence was noted. Harry signing off, says goodbye till next time. Harry, thank you for joining. Enjoy the rest of your sleep, I think. Hey Ronald, goedemiddag. Transavia 737 next to depart. Also Sarah, thank you so much for your super sticker. Per character punching the air with fist and bump written on his knuckles. Well, as long as those fists are not going to be involved in fighting, I'm okay with it. Thank you so much for that, Sarah. Hey Jillard, goedemiddag. Transavia up next, spooling up, going to Valencia, 737-800, the PHHSB, 14 years of age, first flight was in April 2010. So, wind from the north, On the scale of chimney smoke, things look like so. Definitely more horizontality in the chimney smoke. Time for a loud departure. KLM A330, flight 651 to Washington. The PH AOC, it's the FWOC. 18 years of age, first flight October 2005. Hey Roy, goedemiddag and thank you for the kind words. Got a cheater going to Istanbul. Cheater's Lane with Anadolu Jet. Now Anadolu Jet will probably not take off just yet. I think KLM will go first. KLM flight 1583 to Lisbon. The airplane, the PHBGA, is 16 years old. First flight was in March 2008. Austrian and EasyJet are also lined up. Transavia is now joining the queue, so there are now 3 airplanes waiting behind this one. And we have Anadolu Jet in Cheater's Lane. Next up, the cheater Anadolu Jet going to Istanbul 737-800. It's the TCJKY. TC Jerky or something? I don't know. 22 years old already, this airplane. First flight April 2002. Guys ready to rock? Let's do it. Showtime. No time to waste. EasyJet A320 Neo next to Nice, which is Nice. Guten Tag, Rakete 88. Good afternoon, welcome. Zoomed in, it may look a bit imposing, but if you look zoomed out, you can see that the clouds to the north actually are friendly clouds and is not threatening, to us at least, with the potential for rain. That has passed by and will not return anytime soon. Now, this is Austrian in the Star Alliance livery, flight 380 to Vienna. It's an A320, 12 years old, first flight June 2012. Now you're asking a guy with color vision deficiency, but those engine casings were those still white and red? Thought they were. I'm not sure if it combines well with the more black and white of the Star Alliance livery. Transavia next, going to Alicante. Flight 6149. Hadi Siegfried, goedemiddag. And all others who have joined. In the meantime, good afternoon to you too. You're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy and we are standing along the Polderbaan, runway 36 left. From now until approximately 2 o'clock, the only runway in use for departures. Wind blowing from the north. A nice trickle of airplanes. Got a Britty hopper over here, Eastern Airways, flying on behalf of KLM to Newcastle, Embraer 190. And they were red and white. Thank you for confirming that, Paul. So my eyes weren't deceiving me. Sure if I liked it, but then again, people are saying the same about the special liveries of Air Baltic, where those engines are still green like with the standard livery. Also, not always a good combination. Hey there, Hans Olaf. Good to see you again. Transavia flight 6001 to Portugal in Porto in Portugal to Portugal in Porto. 737-700. Need more vodka. Sobering up here. Okay, we have an Embraer 190 to person Chester that is taking Cheater's lane. And something big in the background looks like Delta A350 coming this way. First up, this KLM 737-900 to Athens, KLM flight 1955. Oh yeah, Paul, if you didn't hear it before, Frank rightly notified me that using the term Manchester isn't woke. Suggested to use Person-Chester instead, so I've opened my eyes have gone open and I'm now using a politically correct term, Person-Chester. This is Britty Hopper going to Person-Chester via Cheaters Lane, flying as KLM flight 1033. 17-year-old airplane, first flight somewhere in 2007. Well, you know, Paul, we're all about being PC over here, so I'll happily oblige, refer to the city as People-Chester from now on. It is indeed an A350 that I saw in the background just now. Delta Airlines flight 75 to Atlanta, Georgia. First up, another Transavia 737-700 going to ERF Erfurt. What? Transavia flight 51. I'm assuming this is a relocation flight for maintenance or something. Probably an empty airplane. Yes! Check it out! Man! Check out that climb rate! What the fudge! Talking about rotating quickly, climbing steeply. What? Incredible! That's insane! That was insane. Wow. Now they initially get clearance to 6,000 feet. If ATC isn't quick, they have to level off before being able to continue their climb. Hopefully they got an initial clearance for higher, 13 or so thousand feet. They'll be on cruising altitude in a jiffy. Right, this is Delta Airlines flight 75, which I expect will not climb as steeply and rotate as quickly as the preceding airplane just now did. A350 on its way to Atlanta, Georgia, brand new airplane, first flight July 2024. Wow, still under warranty. Absolutely fabulous. And Claire, good afternoon, who doesn't live far from Peoplechester. Let's see, what else is in the pipeline? Embraer 190, E2 Embraer. The Embraer 190 is already making its way over to the threshold. German Airways. E2 Embraer is over there. What's... Okay. My attention was drawn to something colorful in the center of my field of view. Not exactly sure what it is that I'm looking at. Oh, of course! Emirates A380 and the colorful destination Dubai. Yeah, of course, be part of it. Now I... Oh man. Really took a few seconds before I registered what it was that I was looking at. Embraer 190, German Airways flying on behalf of KLM to Bremen, flight 1763. E2 Embraer 195. Going to Copenhagen, KLM flight 1271. 3-year-old airplane, first flight February 2021. Lost in the clouds. Almost. Let's see, KLM. Something else. Delta in the background, is that coming? Where is it going? This is United Airlines, flight 908, 7878 Dreamliner to Chicago, 11 years old. Hey there, Nicholas. No others who have joined in the meantime. You're watching AMS Live? My name is Boy. United Airlines on its way. Let's see what else is coming. Yeah, Delta was indeed coming this way. Delta A330 is crossing the center runway. We have a Chinese A350 also coming this way. Nice. Not sure if there are more heavies coming immediately after these two. We'll see. One of the Adlers is also coming. A pink lady airplane. And here we have a blue gentleman airplane. 737-700 going to Bucharest, flight 1375 KLM. The PH BGM, 13 years old, first flight February 2011. And the Adler will be going to JD in Düsseldorf, flight 1801. Adler up next, going to Düsseldorf. German Airways special livery, flying on behalf of KLM, flight 1801. The Damo, 16 years old, first flight somewhere in 2008, more than likely January 2008. Meanwhile, the Delta A330 is slowly but surely coming this way. With something blue in its wake. Two something blues in its wake. 737-800 and an Embraer 190. The toilets, no French fry trucks, no ice cream truck, no nothing, no food and drinks. Holiday season is over, even though it is nice weather right now. Air temperature is not that high, but with the sun shining, actually quite nice. Delta is making its way over to the threshold, and one of the KLMs is on Cheater's Lane coming this way. Bloody cheat. That is KLM flight 1295 to Billund, dropping off bills in Billand. The Embraer 190 to Bergen is choosing the righteous path, going to the threshold. Not this. This airplane chooses sinner's lane, cheating. Turning and burning. cheater indeed. Good to see you, Jerry. Were you there already? Hope all is well, mate. This is Delta Airlines taking the threshold to take off to Detroit. Delta Airlines flight 137, 20 years old. Hey there, Bookie Meow. Indeed, just in time for the end of the stream. Not exactly sure until when. Let's see. Is there anything big coming after the Chinese A350? There is another 777 to Las Vegas that has been pushed back. Pretty sure it is going to come to this runway. Not sure if I'm going to stick around for it. Depends on how much spatial separation there is between it and that A350. And this is KLM flight 1983. 10 years old, Embraer 190. The PHEXA. Oh. Thought for a moment I saw ITA, but it is JetBlue in its new livery. Also a beaut. Check it out. The blue that is so similar to ITA's. Hey there, Oliver. Greetings terug. Zurück. I should say. Nice. I like the new livery. Even though it looks very similar in shade to ITA's, it's a beautiful shade of blue. Also looks really lovely on this airplane. Meanwhile, Chinese A350 lining up. China Southern Airlines going to Guangzhou or something. 4 years old, first flight July 2020. Let's get ready to rumble. Right, here she is, JetBlue. New livery. No, that's not ITA, it is JetBlue. A321neo to New York, JFK, brand new airplane. First flight of this airplane was in May this year. What a stunner, absolutely beautiful. Center runway has opened again for departures. It is almost 2 o'clock, so that makes sense. With the 777-200 to Las Vegas still having to taxi around the threshold, I'm going to make this airplane the last airplane of today's show. So yeah, last airplane of the day this was. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. Even despite the little rain intermezzo, I had a wonderful time and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I have. Don't forget to like the stream if you haven't already, if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to stay informed of upcoming live streams. Thank you everyone for your support, the super stickers, super chats, the super likes, whatnot. The memberships, the gifted memberships. Moderators, thank you for keeping the chat friendly and accessible to all. Be safe, enjoy the rest of your day. I hope to see you again, hopefully tomorrow. For now, I'm going to say goodbye and see you again all soon. Bye bye.